Hi there, my name is Jamie Xiao, and I am a game designer.
But what does that even mean? The term game designer has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger over the years. Now it can mean one of many specific titles that a person can have.
I can say I was born to make games to tell beautiful stories. But more specifically, what am I? Let's break it down piece by piece.
I am a gamer. My love for games started from MapleStory on my dad's Lenovo laptop, which was a 2D online role-playing game, and there were so many clothing and accessory options for your avatar. But I felt frustrated because the customization options weren't perfect just the way I liked it. So I started drawing fan art in the style of MapleStory, then made original characters, mimicking the style as best as I could, while also incorporating what I wanted to make. At this point in the timeline, I'm a middle schooler, and the newest, biggest hero shooter that was just announced would become the most important game in my whole life, Overwatch. The flashy art and beautiful aesthetic of the Overwatch world fascinated me, but this time I was just as attracted to the gameplay mechanics. I wasn't just playing the game anymore, I was analyzing what it did well, what it needed to change, and why I kept losing match after match. Maybe that last part is a skill issue, but the point is that even though Overwatch was the pinnacle of game design in my young, naive eyes, I wanted to help improve the game I loved. I am a storyteller. I went through a pretty dark period of time in my first year of college, and what ended up saving my life in many ways was Adastra, a queer furry visual novel. This was a game about a person's experience in a foreign atmosphere trying to do the right thing while also keeping himself alive. I found and played this game when I was at my lowest, and I could relate to this story in a way no standard media or game had ever done before. But more importantly, it showed me that games could do good. Games are unique in that they can simultaneously tell a fantastic story while engaging the player through other mediums. Where other media have high barriers to entry, games are accessible to anyone. Even an elderly disabled person could intuitively engage with the game and have fun. I personally felt very engaged with Adastra because the visual, auditory, and interactive elements heightened my interest in the writing. The story showed me how to find community even when you feel lonely, and I wouldn't have learned that at all if this game had instead been a book. And that's where Nihil, my visual novel, comes in. Nihil was a story that one of my friends came up with, and maybe I needed something to put my excess energy into, but I immediately knew that I had to make this story into a game. Creating this visual novel was not easy, as I was going in with little to no coding experience and barely any time because of school. But I continued to pursue it because, in the same way that Adastra helped me restore my sense of self when I needed it the most, I hope that Nihil could do that for someone else. This solidified my personal game design philosophy. I want to make games to tell beautiful stories. I am a programmer. That leads me to the highlight of my portfolio, Project Haven Academy. In my junior year of college, I was accepted as an intern to Project Haven, where I participated in making Haven Academy, a game designed to orient incoming freshmen to UChicago. I joined as a puzzle design intern, but as soon as the project started, it was unclear how the puzzle team integrated with the rest of the teams. While it made sense that the game we were making wouldn't really be a game without puzzles, how were we going to turn our paper and pen prototypes into something a player could actually interact with on the screen? I stepped up and used my technical skills in web development and started prototyping immediately as part of the iterative process. I created a couple web prototypes of our puzzle ideas. Nothing extraordinary, just simple HTML and JavaScript pages with links in the right places. But it was extremely effective in showcasing the player progression of each puzzle and what purpose they served in the narrative. As soon as we started playtesting a puzzle prototype, the main idea about the puzzle and its mechanics were clear in ways that would be ambiguous in paper and pencil prototypes. This internship was so valuable to me because it helped me solidify my love for game design, specifically level design, and how game mechanics, assets, and story can be fused together for a beautiful and impactful immersive experience. I am a game designer. Wait, so I'm a game designer again? That's right, I was a game designer all along. Because that's the point of this discipline, isn't it? You can be from any walk of life, with any skill set and any passion for some specific type of games, and you can still be a game designer. All you need is that urge to create. Every step of the way, I never stopped creating, because creating is important to me.
I was born to make games to tell beautiful stories, like I said my mantra is, and I truly believe that your graduate program is the right place for me to become the best game designer I can be. I have found my passion for storytelling, especially for queer disabled people who don't feel that current media is accessible or inclusive enough to relate to. All I need now is that specialized training to be able to tell those stories, and I hope you'll give me the opportunity to actualize this goal and make the world a better place together through games. Thank you for considering me, and thank you for your time.